Over the years, our family's had a share of health problems.
So prescriptions are a part of our life.
Before we went to the big box store.
We both thought it would help us save. But with the long lines and impersonal service, filling prescriptions became a chore. That's when a friend recommended D&H.
Now Tristan knows our prescriptions. Brenda always helps us find the right vitamins. And after Dad's fall, Monica's been a real expert with all our home medical needs. All without the lines.
Trust and service.
That's our D&H.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends. It's Thursday, December the 11th, and we're going to talk about global first responders today. And we have two very special people with us today who are part of the global first responders. Rick Baker, who is a flight paramedic for the Staff for Life helicopter, University of Missouri. And then we have Adam Beckett, Director of International Medicine for the university. It's a pleasure to have both of you here. And it's an honor. It really is an honor to have both of you here. The first time you were on, we were talking about the trips that you have made around the world. And we were talking today before we went on, and I said, why are you doing this? And you said, well, both of you said, we think we found our calling. You're doing this, you're putting your own money out of your own pocket to be a part of these trips, traveling around the world to help people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah, and we saw a need, especially after the earthquakes in Haiti, and just formed a good partnership and slowly started building a bigger team, and we've really enjoyed the work we're doing and just identified these needs and, you know, realized that this is what we're going to dedicate our lives to.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, that's really very, very special. And it takes a unique type of person to be able to do this. Now, Rick, you just came back from Haiti, right?
Yes, sir.
How long ago?
End of August, 1st of September, I took a team down to Haiti for a week to...
Share your experience there.
This one was kind of a unique trip for me. During the earthquake, one of the patients I took care of was a young man who lost an arm. This trip I went down was for his graduation from college, and I got to go down and see him graduate from college. So while I was going to be there, obviously I took a team down and staffed the hospital for a week. But for me, that was the special part, was getting to see one of my patients actually graduate from college.
When you staffed the hospital for a week, you took care of people who would not have had care if you had not been there? Or the type of care that they received?
Quite possibly, yeah. Our goal now is to supplement the staff that are there. When we first went down for the earthquake, we were doing the care. After that, we started helping teach them to help take care of their own folks. Now we kind of fill in and back them up and let them take the lead. Okay. So we're seeing the progression in their health care each time we go down.
Adam, you just came back from Ethiopia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we partnered up with another wonderful group called Tomorrow Come Foundation. That was run by a physician I met while I was doing work in Kenya, and we went down to a place called Gudar, Ethiopia, which is about an hour outside the capital, and basically worked in an orphanage in a small village and provided health care, worked a lot on the community infrastructure in town while we were there.
Now, when you were in a small village in Ethiopia and working with an orphanage, had any of these people seen a doctor in their life?
Majority of them, at least in the village we were in, hadn't seen a doctor in 5 or 6 months. And there was a lot of need there. I think about 3 days, we saw about 700 patients with just a few providers. So it was a big need down there. The orphanage as well is wonderful. The kids were amazing. We helped work on a library there. We bought textbooks for the kids, built a soccer field for them.
In what amount of time?
About a week.
You did all of this in a week. You saw 700 patients or more in 1 week. You helped build a soccer field. And what else?
We got the kids textbooks, went into the Capitol, got them quality textbooks, put bookshelves in, worked on some of the existing infrastructure in town.
When you leave, it's an emotional time leaving.
Absolutely.
Isn't it? I bet you tears are flowing on both sides of the airplane.
Both ways. The kids were crying. Most of the team upset to leave too. But we promised them we'd be back, and we know we'll see them again. And we're definitely in this for the long haul. So,
Rick, where's your next trip?
Our next trip is going back into Haiti.
Both of you together?
Yeah, we're going to take a team and we're going to split it up and go 2 different places on one single trip. We're going to take half the team and go to some of the rural clinics that we had seen with one of our previous trips, and then I'll take a team and go back to the trauma hospital in Port-au-Prince.
And when will this be?
In late February.
I think I asked you this the last time you were on. Maybe not everybody heard the interview. But when you look back at these journeys that you have made, what sticks out in your mind? And I'll start with you, Adam, as the most important contribution that you've made.
I think just making new friendships and bringing something to these communities that they didn't have before, and it brings us happiness and joy just to give back to them and try to improve on their quality of life and do what we can, develop their communities.
Yeah.
We've really loved the work. We've met the most amazing people and the most amazing cultures, and we're hooked.
I can see that by looking at your face and your eyes. There's that genuine happiness there. And the same thing with Rick. How would you answer that question?
For me, it's a good reminder of why I got into medicine in the first place. It's the non-cynical healthcare. It's they want the help, they need the help, they appreciate the help. Quite often more than we see out of the patient population we serve here. So it renews my spirit, it keeps me energized to do what I do here, and keeps me anxious to go back and see, like he said, see the same people we saw in some relationships, and then see other people that, meet new people.
Yeah, it's called Global First Responders. Can people help out with this if they'd like to? How can our audiences listening help make this even more successful?
I think currently we're dissolving it's an LLC right now. We're dissolving it and forming a non-for-profit, which should be in place in the next 4 or 5 months. And we're really hoping to raise a little more money through local businesses and bigger companies to help us do more for these communities, because we're on such a limited basis what we can do, paying out of pocket, which most of these volunteers are doing right now. But we're on Facebook on Global First Responder.
So you can go on Facebook, Global First Responders, or can you Google it?
Yeah, it'll come up on Google too. The website's up. We're still in development with that as well. So
are you looking for volunteers also?
We're always looking for volunteers.
Okay. So if you go to the website, you can find out all about Global First Responders, about making a donation or volunteering.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you both for coming by. And my next question is, will you come back again?
Absolutely.
All right. All right. Thank you so much. Rick Baker and Adam Beckett, it's a pleasure having both of you here. Tomorrow, we've got Columbia Public Schools Planetarium on. Our program directed by Travis McMillen, Reynolds Journalism Institute. Audio Pat Akers, KBIA. Our floor director is Maya Jackson, and our assistant producer and guest coordinator, Uncle James Mauser. Something you'd like to hear or see? I'd love to hear from you. Drop me an email, pepperp@missouri.edu. And if you'd like to watch this program or listen to it again, kbia.org.